Hi everybody and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So I am back from Disney. We got back last night. I'm trying to ignore the fact that my apartment is absolutely a disaster right now to film this video because I really need to clean up and unpack our bags. Like, my apartment is really crazy, really because of the fact that we left on Christmas. So we came here to drop our Christmas presents off and then leave for the airport because we spent Christmas morning with Patrick's parents. And so our apartment's a bit of a disaster right now. So I'm going to forget about that for now and film this video. As many of you know, I went down to Disney, and when I go to Disney, I have to be bad and go to the Books A Million. And I made out like a bandit. I ended up getting 9 books. I actually technically got a 10th book. They were having buy 2 of the bargain books and get a 3rd free. And I ended up needing 2 more books that for my bridal shower because of damages that couldn't be replaced from that book outlet haul. So I got 2 books to go with that, and then I got The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks and Big Little Lies by Lan Variety. And then my 3rd book that I got free was Not Dangerous Creatures. The sequel, Dangerous Deception? No. Does that make sense? I don't remember. By Kami Garcia and Margaret Stohl, which I don't have with me because they're with my mom. That book was a book that I read originally as a library book, and obviously I have the rest of the series, so I eventually needed that book. So I was never going to pay full price, and when I found it for $3 and change / getting it for free, I decided to pick that up, so that's not with me. The rest of the books I have with me, so I have 9 books to show you. Some of them I know what they're about. Others, not so much. Complete cover buys. All of these books were on bargain. These 9 books I got for $43 or something like that. So really, really good deal. So I couldn't pass that up. I had to be a little naughty, even though I was on my book buying ban. So the first book I got was Summer of Love by Katie Ford. I feel like this lighting right now is not doing this book cover justice. It's a really nice, minty green cover. It's about a woman, and I believe one reckless night she ends up getting pregnant, which she now obviously adores her son, so that was the one good thing that came out of it. And I believe this is years later. I think her son's older, and now she is now moving to the English countryside, and things are gonna obviously happen. Obviously it sounds like there's going to be a love story in here, so I don't really know much about it. I strictly bought this because the cover was gorgeous. So that's that. And then I picked up Where They Found Her by Kimberly McCreight. I read the book Reconstructing Amelia by her. One of my very first books on this channel that I think I reviewed because it was one of the very first books I won on a Goodreads giveaway. And I loved that book. I gave that book 5 out of 5 stars. And I've always wanted to read more books by her. I think this might be the only other book that came out by her. But I've been really intending to read this. And I just never got my hands on it. So I just didn't want to pay regular price for an adult book. And it was on bargain for $6.97. So finally figured now is my chance. Then I also picked up Last One Home by Debbie McHomer. This is a standalone book, which is rare for her because most of her books are either in the Beach Street novels, which I still need to finish, and the Cedar Cove Inn series. I don't know, that's the one series I haven't touched by her yet because I want to finish the other series first. But it's a standalone. It's about 2 sisters, so I thought this would be really fun to add to my collection because you know me, I love Debbie, so gotta get me some Debbie. She's awesome. I picked up The Temptation of Lila and Ethan because I knew that by Jessica Sorensen, because I knew she had written the Ella Micah series, which has been kind of popular. So I decided to pick this up, not realizing that this is actually kind of considered a 3rd book in that series, but I'm pretty sure they're probably companions anyways, and I could probably read this without it. And it was $2.97, so I probably got this one for free, but I figured this would be a nice, light, contemporary, steamy romance that I enjoy from time to time. Then another complete cover buy was Looking for Me by Beth Hoffman. Again, I don't think the lighting is doing this justice whatsoever, but like, look at this cover. It is absolutely gorgeous. I started this book on the airplane. I only got to chapter 3, so I'm only 19 pages in. But I started falling asleep because I was just really exhausted to be on an airplane, which is probably good because there was a lot of turbulence. So it was good so far. It's about this girl, and she really likes furniture, like antique furniture, and she's trying to, like, do this with her life, and her mom is kind of saying, like, get a better career. Like, this is a dumb career. What are you doing? And I think she eventually, like, again, finds love. / I think that, like, she has a brother that has gone missing, and I think that there's, like, a chance that he might still be alive or something like that. So it does sound like there's a little bit of suspense in here. So, not suspense per se, but, like, mystery and intrigue. So, we'll see. Sorry, the rest are still in the bag. I don't know how that happened. I grabbed The Weekenders by Mary Kate Andrews. This book is so tall. I've never seen a paperback this tall. I honestly thought this was, like, the big font edition. No, this is not the big font edition. So I don't know why it's so massive, but I grabbed it. There was this one and one other book by her that they had, which was a regular size book. But when I remember seeing, like, this author for the first time with this book, and this book cover has always intrigued me, so I decided to pick this one. This one is about a town in North Carolina where I guess people really just, like, come for the weekend and stay. So, I guess, obviously, more drama. So, we'll see. This looks like a really good book. Okay, I grabbed Kitchens of the Great Midwest by Jay Straddle. This book is about a man, and he is, like, left with his daughter. She, like, his wife, his wife, I think, just leaves. Yeah, she falls in love with wine and another man. She just leaves. So he is there to raise his daughter. And I think it's actually more towards the future. I think Eva might be a little bit older. Not positive. But Dad's a cook, so obviously it sounds like there's going to be a lot of cookery and things in here, which sounds good. And look at this cover. It's so cute. They had a, like, shorter edition that was, like, glossy and stuff, but it was the same price as this one, and I liked this one because it's got more of that, like, buttery texture, so it just feels a lot nicer. So I went with this one. As you could tell, my reading tastes have really changed since I started going to Books A Million, possibly. Back when I used to go to Books A Million, like, a couple years ago, like, I would only come back with YA books, and those were all adult books, and I only have 2 YA books. So my reading tastes, I feel like, are definitely changing. So, just saying. The one YA book that I did get was How to Love by Katie Cotugno. I remember when everybody was hauling this book. This book was everywhere. It's about this girl, and I think she ends up pregnant by this guy, and then he kind of, like, leaves her, and then it's, like, years later, he's, like, back. And obviously drama. Because probably baby daddy wants to come back in the picture is my guess. And then the last book that I got was Last Year's Mistake by Gina Chiocha? I don't remember. I don't ever remember, but I feel like in my head I, like, figured out how to say that name, and then now I don't remember. This book is about a girl, and it sounds like drama goes down at her school based off of one guy. It sounds like maybe rumors or something happened, and she leaves and moves to a different school to kind of, like, get away from what happened, and then the guy follows her eventually, like, again, like, a couple years later, he now relocates to the same town. Drama. Apparently my theme this book haul is drama. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I couldn't really tell you too much about these books. I definitely did a lot of cover buying this trip. But if you could tell me anything about these books down below, that would be awesome. Definitely look forward to more book videos from me. I have my wrap up from the last only 2 books that I've read since I last saw you. Obviously, New Year resolutions and all that fun stuff. I have to go watch all of them because I am so behind because I wasn't watching videos on vacation. So I'm going to go catch up on that. I hope you guys enjoyed.